Welcome to this week's Rusty Courses video. Today we're going to be looking into the Stack Navigator in React Native, and we're going to be using Expo Snack to work on it this week. So when I'm going to be adding things to my dependencies just here, you need to make sure that you actually make these changes inside of your terminal. So we're going to get started straight away by adding React Navigation to our list of dependencies. And the version we're going to be using for this is 2.5.1. So we'll just save this with the default project name it's given us, and then we're going to move into our app.js. So the first thing we're going to do is actually import React Navigation. And so what we want to actually do is define two screens that we can switch between inside our app. So these are going to be screen 1 and screen 2. So we'll just write out both of these now. So we'll start with screen 2 actually, because this is a smaller screen. So inside of this return function, we'll just have a basic view component like this, but we'll just center this text on the screen a little bit nicer. Like this. Just make sure to close that off, and we'll just save again. And then in screen 1, we're going to have the same display, just make sure we render this correctly. Okay, so these are exactly the same now, but we're going to add a button down here that will, when tapped, it will move us from screen 1 to screen 2. So for this to work, we add an onPress event, like this. So we'll explain what this does in a moment when we add the rest of the code, but for now we'll just tidy off this button. And we'll actually import a button up here from React Native. And save again. Okay, so now I'm actually running this on my phone, and I'll add a display of this in a moment on the side of the screen. But you can see what is actually happening just here. So we have the basic view component and the text inside and a button. And then down here, we have our second screen that just has this text. So what we're going to create down here is a stack that we're going to replace this default view that's shown for when our app runs. So we're going to replace this with our stack. So first, let's just write out our main stack. So to do this, we're saying main stack equals create Stack Navigator, which we are importing from here at the top. So inside here, we're going to create, inside these curly brackets, our screens. So there's screen 1, and exactly the same thing for screen 2, except we'll change 1 into 2. Okay, so here is our main stack. So all we're going to change next is down here inside this render function, we'll replace this view with main stack and then save. Just be sure as well to make sure that you have this inside curly brackets at the top here so that we're correctly importing this. So now when we run this app, you can see that the default screen is shown like this. So we have a title bar along the top because we haven't actually set any navigation settings inside this object just here. After this comma, this is where we can say whether a header should be shown or not. So at the moment, a header is shown just here. But we have text here that says screen 1 and the button underneath that says screen 2. So if we tap this, it moves to screen 2 and shows the different text, as you can see here for screen 2, and there's a button at the top that we can then click to move back to this screen. So essentially this button here is acting as a link between this first screen and this second screen. So this is what this code does up here. So we're accessing this, which is this parent class at the top, and then we're accessing the props, then the navigation part of the props, which is controlled by this Stack Navigator, and then we use the navigate function to move to screen 2. Now this links up with the name just down here. So if we change this to 2_1 and then saved, if we then try to access this button, it wouldn't doing anything. But if we change it back up here to be _1 and then saved, and if we then try to activate this, it would work. So you just need to make sure that this always matches up to the name of the file down here. So this is a quick video to show how stack navigation works in React Navigation and React Native. If you want to learn more about creating apps in React Native, check out the link in the description where you can find more videos in my course. Thanks for watching.